Hi, and welcome back to a getting from a zero to a company with the help of eBay in the UK in this case. How is it that you get your first sale selling vinyl decals on eBay in the UK? Well, the answer is pretty much simple. All you have to do is get your design on eBay. But whereas if you look at it as your typical sales, if you would have a certain product that you would like to sell, you would have to go outside on the streets and places, ask people whether someone would like to buy your item, whichever it might be. With eBay, it's a bit different because being a marketplace, people are already there and are looking for stuff. So in theory, you're pretty much there and people are there and they're willing to spend their money. So should be simple enough, isn't it? Well, it turns out not exactly, because not only you have to find what people want to find, you have to be able to satisfy their need enough to convince them to make a purchase from yourself. Now, in general, for eBay sales, again, if you have a product, it's pretty much easy. If you've got a random item, you figure out what it is and you list just that, and you look at other prices. Maybe you improve your listings with pictures that the other sellers haven't, potentially include more specs maybe, and Bob's your uncle, you've got yourself a sale of an item. But with vinyl decal, it is a bit different, because not only you have to figure out what other people want, you also have to figure out what competition is there. In other words, the past recent Halloween season, you could think of selling a pumpkin, right? Just a plain orange pumpkin vinyl transfer decal sticker, pumpkin sticker. If you would just make one and say you would intend to use it for windows or doors, and you would just bluntly throw it onto the eBay and wait till someone finds it and buys it without checking the market first and without checking what your competition's doing, tough luck. Realistically, what you always want to do first is, if you thought of selling something, just go and search for that item on selected marketplace, which is in this case eBay. This way, not only you will find that, let's say for your specific product, i.e. pumpkin, there already is like 15 other sellers that are selling exactly the same thing. But not only that, they are offering 3 sizes, 5 sizes, 15 sizes, or they are offering 5 for the price that you intended to sell one, or they are offering multiple colors, or they are offering multiple designs. And that mostly is the case for the items that are in common use, the items that everybody could have thought of and everybody's aware of, a necessity, let's say, for such a product. So how is it that you can actually go and sell your first item? Because sooner or later, whatever the business there is needs to make a sale, and you have to figure out how to actually do it. One way is to make a design, put it online without looking up the competitors, everything else, and just sit back and relax. And some of people could potentially make a sale, but it would be as winning the lottery. Single reason being, if you're not researching the market, there could be competition and you could be nowhere near the price point that the current market is requesting or dictating the prices, because that's what market does, it dictates the prices. It's not you most of the time, it's the market that dictates the price. Market dictates price, there we go. Now, as this is a very beginning of me trying to explain how am I trying to get from zero to a company. I'm trying not to overload the videos with the information on statistics, tendencies, seasonality, and everything else. So far, I'm trying to explain it as simply as possible. So if you decide to replicate one of the things or a couple of things on your own, you're pretty much able to straight away. So the best, because obviously you don't have the skill or the experience necessary. Possibly you have, but then why are you watching? Anyway, at the very beginning, this is a new market for you, let's say it is. So you don't know where to search the market, how to research the market, where to search for tendencies and other people buying and selling stuff. So the best that I could suggest is pretty much doing that. That's how at least we did it, because probably in episode 1 or 2 or a few more of them, I didn't mention that we haven't done the research. Well, I mean, we do now, but we haven't done then because we obviously didn't know how to do it. And the best thing I can recommend is figuring out a product, as in design, making the design and putting it out there. What you will end up seeing, unless you put just one design and wait, you will see that well, I should probably do it the other way around. So you put a design up and you wait 24 hours, it doesn't sell. I mean, you can wait less if you are willing to spend the whole day working, full week working on it, whatever. Well, obviously the more time you put in, the better, but you put one design out, let's say in general. Is there a sale within 12 hours, 24 hours? No. Put another design up. Now you have 2 designs. Is there a sale? No. Think of yet another design and yet again put it on. Especially on the free account on eBay, I think you can do at least 20 listings. So you can see where I'm going with this probably. Unless you get a sale, just continue to stock up the designs. And what you will eventually notice that one of the design is selling more, the other design is selling less or not selling at all. But if you're unsuccessful into getting a trendy item or something that somebody found and it just exploded, you will notice that still some of the items will get more views and less views. This is where your basic understanding will be gathered from at the very beginnings, because some of the categories are more popular, some of the categories will be less popular, and this is exactly how you are gonna research it. So let's say you've had one horse silhouette vinyl wall decal, right? And the other one was a let's say a pumpkin, but not like a Halloween themed, just a bunch of pumpkins or watermelons, if you will. So, and you will notice the fruits or veggies or something like that is getting higher ranks, higher views and watches, getting watches, right, after their wish lists and stuff. And that could indicate in your case or whomever's case that this particular market is more popular, and therefore you might wish to shift your designs from just bluntly shooting into the dark to more laser focused ish, at least for some time, until you get some more understanding of what's happening with that niche. Because again, if it was the watermelons that spiked up, then the apples or plums or cherries would be dealing worse than your other designs, then you would have to research not the veggies or fruit market, but you would specifically go into watermelon and research watermelons and decals and see why is there a demand for them, where people are using them, and what's the general hype that's behind it. But obviously that takes a lot of time, that takes some of the experience to spot it. And for the very first sale, what I strongly recommend is not focusing on that, but focusing on mastering the designs, learning the techniques, learning how your machinery works, because obviously you can create anything, and then just by the time you get to, let's say you haven't tried it and someone buys your watermelon, right, and it has all of them stripes, and it turns out you've put your stripes are so narrow that your machine can cut it, and then when you fix that up, you will encounter another problem where if you put a spot or dashed lines, let's say, for whatever decoration purposes as a part of your design, you will notice that a vinyl is peeling off, or let's say it's not staying on at all, right, or it's easily damageable. So you will have to learn and adapt your designs to your machinery and the vinyl that you're using, because cheaper vinyls produce cheaper results, and more durable results are achieved using more high quality vinyl. That is to say, how do you get your first sale? In summary, what you would have to do is put as many designs out there as you can and just watch and observe what happens to them. I'm not speaking price wise, not really speaking price wise, because I mean, if you put it for a £99, obviously you have to get into some margins, but obviously you know how to calculate your postage fees and packaging fees, and while I haven't spoken too much of the material fees, well, roughly calculate your supplies, put your designs for a couple of quid, 3 quid, 4 quid, 1.5 quid, see what suits best to you, and choose, at least for the beginning, maybe do them in one size, because obviously letters, right, and from there you will be able to see whether the price point is right, whether the designs in certain categories do better, and pretty much rinse and repeat until you get your first sale. There is really not that much to it. There is no one big secret or formula, if you prefer, to calculate that this specific design will be one of the best sellers out there and it will shoot rocket high and you become an overnight millionaire. You know, that doesn't happen in a million years. I can promise you one thing, that won't happen with you unless you put 3 million designs out there and one of them will be the rock star among them all, and you will retire pretty much early. But if you will be able to post 3 million designs, please give me a shout. I will want to work with you. So yeah, that's my best option for you out there, and that's what I would recommend to start. So yeah, there's really not that much to it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.